What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Judith Plains Montana $10 million challenge. I hope y'all are doing well. We got a small problem, just a small one, but I hope we have a solution. We're going to find out here in a little bit. It has to do with these peas and the harvest, man. So I finished up that other field off camera. I finished our big field of peas off camera. We ended up with 174,000 liters. It's a lot of peas. However, the capacity for this is only 240. In a year, it uses, well, per month, it uses 240 cycles, right? Which is 100 peas per cycle equals 24,000 peas needed for the month. Well, if you times that by 12, you get 288,000 liters of peas, which I think we're going to very much have by the end of this harvest. The problem is we can't put peas into a silo. We can't put peas into the silo, so where do we put them? I could download a multi-fruit silo, but my personal opinion, okay? This is my personal opinion. This is not anything more. This is not judgment or anything. But in my opinion, if you're doing a challenge and you're using multi-fruit, I feel like that's kind of cheating. The only reason why I would say that is because if, like, peas are a vegetable, they sour after too long of being wherever they're going to be. Now, do I think the game should have something storage-wise that is dedicated to pea storage? Absolutely. And we're going to kind of do something that we have to do in order for this to work out. So technically, the peas are going to go bad. Technically. But the game doesn't punish you for putting them on the ground. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So what I'm thinking is that, because this next full load that we're going to take down to the canning factory, that's going to max out the factory. So I think we have like one more load. I think we have 2 full loads that we can do before it maxes out the factory. But however, the leftovers that we're going to have inevitably are going to need to go on the ground. I'm curious if we can put the extra onto the trigger, so that way as it's getting used throughout the process, as the peas are getting used throughout the process, it's bringing them back, bringing the extra into the factory. That way we don't have to go down there and move it. We don't have to worry about storage and things like that. So I'm kind of curious if there's any pea storage that y'all know about on Mod Hub or a third-party mod. Let me know. That's not multi-fruit, because multi-fruit means that you can store literally anything in that silo. I'm not a fan of those. I really don't want to use those if I don't have to. So again, that's a personal opinion. That is my own opinion. That's not judgment if you use it or if somebody else uses it on their challenges, whatever. I don't care. That's not my business. But nonetheless, I do think that on this series and on my challenges, I won't be using them. I don't know. I just hope that all this works out as far as the peas go. Because if we don't have storage for it, that means the only other thing that we could do is sell it, but we'll be taking a massive loss. Like, I think I'll have to look here in a second, because I think I'm about to run over crop. I probably already have. Oh, nope, we're good. Okay. I do that all the time, and I don't know why. But once we start unloading this combine here, I'll take a look at the prices, because I'm pretty sure that during the harvest season, for whatever crop you're doing, it's the lowest point that you can possibly get it. So, because economically that means everybody's selling it, so there's a high supply. There's probably a high demand, but you have the high supply, so it doesn't matter. Let's see, where are we at? There we go. So peas are right here. It's not the lowest, okay? We're taking a $400 loss if we did it today. Because we can't sell to the canning factory, we'd have to sell to probably Agricor, Montana to get the best price. Not even. Iron Ridge Grain is probably the best, which is just across the way there. But nonetheless, I don't think, I don't know. Because if we sell it, then we're taking a loss from the canned food. But if we have no other option, it's better than zero. So, than not having it at all. But, yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of thinking on it. We're about to find out, though, on what we can and can't do. So stay tuned for it. Whenever I go to dump that trailer, I'll bring y'all back from the time lapse, and hopefully we'll get it good. We'll see. We'll see. All right, we are officially done with the pea harvest. However, it looks like we got an extra combine full plus 21%, about 3,000 liters. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 17,000 liters extra that we had to figure out what to do with. So I'm really hoping that we can just put it on the trigger like I want to do, and all will be okay. That's kind of my plan as of right now. But if that doesn't work, then there might be a backup plan, and hopefully that works. If that backup plan doesn't work, then we're just going to have to sell it, which I really don't want to do, but at least we're not selling like, 50,000 liters worth of it. So we're only selling the extra, which is about 17,000 liters extra. So I'm going to see y'all down at the canning factory, and we're going to work through this problem together. All right, we're unloading right now, and oh my, okay. So 48,000 is what we have. That's a lot more than I expected. That's unfortunate. Okay. So There's a couple options that we have. One of them is to maybe do this where I hit Control I and unload there. So it's not letting me. Okay, that's fine. Can I unload here? Control I. Nope, I can't. It's not letting me at all. All right. So I wonder if we have to own the land to do this. I don't know. I really don't want to sell it, y'all. Because we're taking a huge loss if we sell. What if I leave the trailer here? I could probably leave the trailer here, right? And then just come back next month and then tip the trailer. And I should be good to go, right? This is 2 months worth. 48,000, that's 2 months worth of peas. So I think that's what we do. I didn't even think about doing that earlier. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but it is what it is. Because my second option was to dump it over here in this little empty area. But if it's not going to let me over here, like right outside the trigger, it's not going to let me at all. So not in this vicinity anyways. I don't want to take this all the way back up to the farm because there's no point in that. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave the trailer here. And we will come down and unload this in a couple months, July and September, okay? And hopefully that should work out. It's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong. It's great that we have extra. But when it's peas, that's kind of hard to deal with. Like peas or carrots or green beans or spinach, all those products you can't store anywhere. You have to get rid of it. It's either it gets sold, or you put it on the ground, or you put it into a production. Those are your really only 3 options. The fourth option, if you would like to do this in a solo type way or whatever you're doing, you can get the multi-grain silo and put it into there. I'm pretty sure. Double check me on that. I've never used the multigrain personally. So therefore, I don't know if it can actually hold the vegetables or not. I assume it can though. Because it can hold every other crop, potatoes, beets, the whole 9. So there's I don't think there's a single crop in the game that thing can't hold. So, all right, as long as we don't flip this thing off of the bridge due to the invisible collision, we're gonna get back to the farm. Check on the animals, check on the productions, just like we always do. And then we're going to hop into August. When we hop into August, I think we're going to have a little bit of harvesting to do, which is great. Kind of want to do that anyways. So, yeah, I'll see y'all in August. All right, so we actually have quite a bit to do. We need to move the wool from the sheep. We need to move the eggs as well from the chickens, so that way we don't take a loss there. We also need to deliver the wool down to the spinnery. We need to fill the greenhouse with water. We got a lot of farmyard chores to do. This is what I call farmyard chores. We got a lot of farmyard chores to do. Just part of having all this stuff. It is what it is. So we're gonna get this greenhouse filled first, and then we'll take the wool down to the spinnery and get the eggs moved as well. And then after that, should be okay. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I hope not, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm thinking that I can do like a bridge of land from our farm down to that other farm over here, because this bridge is not working out no more. There is so many invisible collisions on this bridge, it's ridiculous. Also, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite, and I apologize for that. So I was saying how with the multigrain, if you were paying attention at the very beginning there, I was saying about the multigrain, how in challenges, to me, it would be cheating. And here I am using super strength for everything. I apologize. I should not be saying that. That is not okay. It clicked in my head whenever I was doing that wool. I was like, man, am I a hypocrite? Absolutely. Absolutely, that was hypocritical of me. The thing about the multigrain silo is I would abuse it. That's what I should say. I would abuse it if it was in my challenge. And so I try to keep things out of my challenge that I would abuse, like this super strength. So I think my punishment for being hypocritical, and I did this to myself, so we're gonna do a little bit of a punishment for me. So therefore, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna get a telehandler, and we're gonna do things like we were doing at the very beginning of the challenge, where we were loading pallets with a telehandler into the bin, into our what do you want to call it? Our pallet storage, our bin storage, right? If you guys go way, way back to my first few episodes, I was very adamant about doing telehandler things and loading pallets that way. And I've gone so far away from it that I became a hypocrite, and I apologize about that. So, therefore, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get some BKT tires, standard wheel setup, and we're going to buy this telehandler. And then we're going to also buy this little forklift right here, this forklift attachment. And guess what? We're also going to buy bales, because it's not right for me to be not doing bales. So at the same time, I just don't know which one I want to do. I think I should do this one. I do have a mod for bale forks, but we'll just use the regular ones for now. No big deal. So, for future reference, okay, if y'all notice anything hypocritical, if y'all notice anything, if y'all feel like I'm cheating or whatever, let me know, and a punishment will come. Does that sound good to everybody? I like that. I like it a lot. I thought about it on the way taking the wool over. So we're gonna grab this telehandler. And now we have a mess to clean up, because those eggs from me just kind of throwing them somewhere, it's a mess. It is a mess. So we're gonna take care of that, and we'll see how this goes. I enjoy loading with a pallet fork. I said in the last episode that I enjoy it, but I'm very what do you want to call it? I'm very OCD about it. It has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, I have to redo it, or it bothers me really bad. So, but yeah, nice little telehandler to have around the farm. I think I like telehandlers versus forklifts. In my opinion, they can handle more weight than a regular forklift can. So here we are. All right, we're gonna get this back to the farm. I'll meet y'all at the chicken coop, and we're gonna take care of those eggs. All right, y'all, here we are at the chicken coop. We're gonna take care of these pallets, make them look a little nicer. And we're gonna put them back here where we don't ever really go. So just to make sure they're out of the way. I'm gonna open up these forks a little bit. That should be more than enough. Actually, I think it's a little too much. That should be good. I haven't done this in a while, so here we go. Let's try this out. Yep, we got two pallets, and everything comes tumbling down. Yep, we're just gonna put it like right here. That should be okay. All right, this is gonna take me a little bit of time, and so yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. We're just dozing over all of these, all of these eggs. I forgot how fun this was. It's been a long time since I've done this. Very long time. Honestly, I should have never stopped doing it. But it becomes a lot whenever you have a multitude of factories and they're producing, like these eggs are producing like crazy. They're pretty much filling up the coop every single day. And the same thing with the wool. The wool's getting, it's about every day that they're full as well. So it's a little bit of a hassle. And I remember why I didn't do it, but at the same time, that doesn't mean I should stop doing it. For just the sake of it being a quantity problem. But this is, I mean, I think this is pretty cool. I enjoy it a lot. Do y'all enjoy loading pallets like this with a forklift? Or do y'all use super strength? Which one do y'all use? Or do y'all use auto load? Auto load. We're not going to stop auto loading. Let's get this real clear real quick. We're not going to stop auto loading, okay? Auto load, that's a fine mod to be using. However, as far as moving pallets around, moving bales around like we are right now, that needs to stay with a forklift. That does not need super strength at all. The super strength is I think I'm abusing it a little bit, personally. If y'all think I've been abusing it, let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments. I would love to know your opinion on this. And we'll gauge from there, okay? But I enjoy loading pallets. I think it's a fun time, but doing it too often kind of burns you out pretty quick. So, but however, since we're still using the auto load feature for selling and all that good stuff, I think this is fine. Honestly, I think this will be okay. The main reason I stopped using it too was I would try to get a lot of pallets all at once, and so they would automatically shift, and I thought there was a bug with it, but apparently it's not a bug. Apparently it's supposed to do that, where you could be sitting still just like this and you'd have 3 stacks of eggs up, right? And that top third stack, if you have 4, 8, 12, so you have 12 pallets, then they start shifting automatically. So I don't know if that's an actual bug that Giants just never fixed, or if it's a mechanic where it's like, hey, this is too much. Yes, the machine can handle it, but it's too much of a load, and you shouldn't be doing this. I don't know. I don't know if it's still happening. We're gonna find out though. We'll find out on the next time that this chicken coop is actually full and needs to be emptied, which is gonna be literally next month. So, because I'm gonna have to stay on top of it now that we have this telehandler and all the good things. So, all right, I am gonna use super strength to flip these pallets over, because otherwise it's gonna be a really big pain, honestly. Just do this right here, kind of lay them out. Get them off their sides, and once they're off the side, that's it with it. Yep, just like that. So I'm going to be doing this, and then I will see y'all here in a little bit. We are almost done with this, and then we'll get back to what we were doing. I'm going to leave those 3 pallets there. No big deal. We are going to park this right here. Since the wool is already taken down to the spinnery, we don't need to move any wool or anything, so that should be just fine. We are going to double check everything though, as far as factories and all that good stuff goes. So the spinnery has 49,000 liters of wool, more than enough to keep running. The TMR is waiting on the hay ventilator still, so we're just going to keep that open, keep that running. It's got 1 million liters in it, no big deal. Greenhouse is good. Jack Daniels is producing whiskey, but it's not full, so we don't need to worry about it. The dairy has milk. Canning factory has peas, and the pizza's not full and still producing, so we're good. We are way good. So far, so good this year. All right, so far, all the factories have been running since we started, and I hope it stays that way. Hope it stays that way. All right, let's press on to August. There shouldn't be anything else that we need to do. Animals should be good too, right? Yeah, animals are fine. Yep, animals are good. So we're gonna press on to August. All right, welcome to August. Looks like the barley and wheat are ready to harvest at a minimum. Yep, barley and wheat are ready to harvest along with the alfalfa. We need to get that taken care of. I think we need more silage now. We could use it. We could use it. We definitely need the straw though. We need the straw. So we're going to be baling straw in this year for the TMR. Let's see. Yep. The sheep have plenty of alfalfa, so they're already full on wool. We need to move that. Get that moved, and we need to... Nope, the eggs are fine. 5,000 liters, so they won't max out until the next month. No big deal. Milk is good, so yeah, we're ready for harvest. We got to get the harvester over there. It's still in the pea field. But either way, we got a lot to do in the next episode. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you want to keep up with this series, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. You'll get notifications on every time I post a video for this series, along with every time I post a video on YouTube in general. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.